Hello motherfuckers, welcome back to my motherfucking channel. Today we are officially entering our Janet Jackson era with the reaction to Damita Joe. I don't really know how to say this, but I'll figure it out throughout the video, okay? And yes, we're entering our Janet Jackson era. I'm really excited about this. The fact that I already reacted to every single album up to this point, so if you want some little content, you know, there's a link in the description to a playlist of all my Janet Jackson videos. So go and enjoy those. So basically every Friday there's going to be a new Janet Jackson album reaction until we're finished. There's only a few more. So it's going to be a short kind of era, but I'm going to put everything into this because I am obsessed with Janet Jackson, okay? I'm not going to miss a Friday, trust. So make sure you guys like and subscribe before I start, and let's go. Make sure you follow me on all my socials or whatever, but let's go. The first song from this album is called Looking for Love. Let's go. Ooh.
We're vulnerable. We're sensitive.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So much energy.
I love this.
So many contradictions. Looking for love.
Okay, that was really cute. As an intro to this album, I just want to say this off jump. This is giving me past Janet. It's giving me Velvet Rope. It's giving me Control vibes at the same time. But all in, like, wrapped up in this new era that she's in. When was this album released? Like 2004. So this was around the time of the incident. We're not going to talk about it because we're just not, okay? That was a really cute vibe. It really brought in the atmosphere and brought you down and was going to gag you, okay? That was cute. Let's keep going. The next song is called Damita Joe, the title track to this album. Let's go. Okay. Oh. Don't gag me. Okay, so now I know what the album's name is. Damita Joe. Gag, but she just ate that up. Was that like her alter ego? You know, like Beyonce has Sasha Fierce, Nicki Minaj has Roman. Was that her? Is this her like alter ego era? I'm so gagged. Somebody answer that question for me right now. That felt very 2000s, okay? My God, if you guys go back and watch my All For You album reaction, that album right there, bitch, gagged the shit out of me. I'm not even gonna, I can't even lie when it comes to that album. I really think that is my favorite Janet Jackson album to this day for a lot of reasons, but one of those reasons was it was very 2000s. That right there was giving me 2000s. The thing with All For You was it was giving me pop 2000s. This is giving me R&B and hip hop 2000s, which is another great era for me personally of sounding music. So that was beautiful, okay? Look, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I knew I was going to come into this. Gag. Sorry. Gag. I would like to know what your favorite song is from this album. Just one song. Just one. Okay? Let me know. But let's keep going because the next song is called Escapade. Okay. Janet, or should I say Damita? Because what? That was kind of giving me her brother in a way. In the 90s they were really, I forget what it's called, but it's a certain sound that they were like really into in the 90s. And that's what it was kind of giving me, but it still was sticking with that 2000s vibe. I feel like I'm in 2005 riding down the street in my mom's car in the backseat, and that just came on. Like, you know, like I was just vibing. That was such a good bop. She says, I'll drive that ass crazy. It's so sensual, incredible. It's so sensual. Just let Damita Joe. Okay, I think what it is exactly what I said. I feel like this is her sexual alter ego, and it's feeling like that. If it's not that, I'm gonna be very shocked. I am gagged because that was a banger. I can really see these songs being hits in the 2000s. Lord, curse that man for making us miss out on all these could have been hits in the 2000s. Oh my god, it's not even funny. It's really not. But this album is giving me bop. It's giving me bop, okay? But let's keep going. The next song is called Strawberry Bounce. I like this. Ooh. Okay, that was a banger. It's going along with the album, but I will say that that was my least favorite song so far, and not even in a bad way, because it's not taking away from the album, because I still can see myself, okay, let's say I was grown in the early 2000s, I can see myself in a club, the back room of a club, and the lights are going, and the music's bumping, like that's the vibe I was getting from it. Just very club scene music of this day and age, and I'm just gagged. I really am. But you know, like as far as substance goes, you know, not every song and album needs substance as long as it's, you know, a bop, and that's exactly what that was. It was a bop. Okay, but let's keep going. The next song is called My Baby, featuring Kanye West. This is when Kanye was good. Ooh. Ooh. This is good.
And I wrote this just to say I'm sorry.
Go.
And I'm a big tip, I don't even be tripping. This my first real Rolex, I don't even be ticking.
Okay, that was good. Okay, that was great. To be fucking honest. It brought me back from the song before, Strawberry Bounce. And I'm here, bitch. I am fucking here. The 2000s vibes are too strong right now, okay? It's like a nostalgic trip, and I'm obsessed with it. Kanye, okay, the thing is, Kanye West used to be such an amazing artist, you know, especially featured, like when he was featured on other people's music. So good. And that just brought that way real back for me. And once again, it's just giving me that 2000s, okay? I'm gonna say that so much about this video, so get ready. But you know, back then, people would always make songs with, like, let's say Sierra and Bow Wow, for example. You know, they have that song. Usher and Alicia Keys have that song, you know. There's just like these two people that come together and make a banger of like a love song, but it's also like a bop. That's exactly what that was giving me, okay? Like, it felt very classic to me, you know? Gotta go. I love to see Kanye West like that, and I love to see Janet Jackson working with other people because she works with other people very well, meshing and stuff. So that was perfect. That was a perfect song. But let's keep going. The next song is called Spending Time With You. Let's go. Oh. Oh. Stop playing with me. This is a gargle. Go. These vocals right here, bitch. Okay, girl, I have to say this right now. That song right there was like a 2000s black gays dream, okay? Because like personally, if that was me, or if I was listening to this in the early 2000s, if I was like musically aware and I was listening to this in the 2000s, I would have been gagging. That was such a good fucking song, okay? I'm just like blown away with this album because coming into this, I didn't know what to expect. But I always have to remember that Janet is really good at adapting, okay? She was in the 80s, she was in the 90s, now she's in the 2000s, okay? And it all makes sense and it all fits perfectly. So that was a gag for me, okay? I loved those vocals with the sentiment of the song, of course, too. Nothing better than just spending my time with you, loving you. That it's beautiful. It's a cute little fun, funky, bouncy love song, and I love that so much. Bitch, let's keep going. The next song is called Magic Hour.
That's the ultimate for me.
Okay.
When it's almost dark, the sun has gone down.
Speed.
That breeze is still there and it's still hot out.
Gag. Once again, setting the atmosphere of where we're at with this album. I was gonna say it earlier, but it's right now. It's just giving me a very evening summer vibe, and that's literally what she is saying right now. You know. So the vibe that she wanted to give, it's giving, okay, and I'm living for it. I'm absolutely obsessed. I love interludes that literally dip into the atmosphere and brings it back down, okay, and let you know where we're at and where the fuck we're going. That's exactly what that was. I am obsessed. Let's keep going. The next song is called All Night, Don't Stop. This is a banger. Not her having sex in the studio. Gag. Okay, that was an absolute banger. Real quick, I do realize that I skipped a song and we're gonna listen to that next. So a gag. But that was an absolute banger. This album is just full of bangers so far, you know, like no real slowed down vibes, you know. It's just real. It is kind of slowed down, but it's more like, you know, like a banger slow down. I'm obsessed with this sound of music. It's really making me wish I had a time machine to like go back and just dance on the beach at like 7 or 8 p.m. The sun is about to go down, and it's like she said, it's hot, but you still feel that breeze. God, it's she's setting the visualization up for this album so well, and she does that really good throughout all her albums, especially with the interludes. So we're gagging. But that's what it's just giving me. It's giving me a beach party vibe. I'm obsessed. But let's keep going. Let's get back to Island Life. Oh, see, she takes us places. Yeah, I'm gonna say it a few times in this video. I already know it, but the island vibe. It's not really an island vibe, okay? You know, like reggae-ish sounding music. It's just more like having fun on an island with, you know, the people you love or the person you love, you know? That's exactly the vibe of this fucking album. I'm so obsessed with the way that she's giving me these, just visualizing sound. I always say it with certain artists and certain songs and albums or whatever, but there's always, if there's not an atmosphere of where the album is, you know, then I just, you know, it's just not a vibe for me. But this right here is an absolute 10 on that scale of visualizations of where you feel like you are while you're listening to the music. Right now I'm sitting in my dirty ass bedroom vibing to this album, but I feel like I'm on an island dancing with my fucking girls. Like, this is an absolute banger of an album. I'm very shocked and surprised, but at the same time I'm not. She's a Jackson, okay? So she better deliver, and she absolutely is. That song was literally called Island Life, okay? So I'm not reaching here. I don't think so. But yeah, that's just what we're giving right now. But the next song is called R&B Junkie. Okay. Got me. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Will you guys be mad at me if I said that was an absolute banger again? Okay? Am I crazy? This whole album is fucking good as fuck. I was expecting an R&B vibe, you know? But she's basically saying, put it on those throwbacks so I can pop my little... You know, that's what she's trying to do, and I am upset. Because I was already going to say that that was giving me... I think it's called Jack Swing. The sound from the 90s that her and Micheal were just obsessed with. And just love to use. It was giving me that, but once again, with that 2000s twist to it, okay? I've said this like a million times, but I feel like the 2000s was the 80s and the 90s and almost the 70s on like crack, okay? Like hard core crack. Because that was all of those things to me mixed together and just such a fun, funky bop. I'm just so, it just bewilders me that I was like, I missed out on this when I was like a kid. But it's okay because I'm here now banging to it. Banging to it. Okay, but let's keep going. The next song is called I Want You. Oh. Oh. Girl. I spoke too soon. That was the first slow down song from this album, and I'm a little bit obsessed, okay? I'm gonna be real. I love Janet Jackson when she does those slower down vocals because she has the perfect vocal range to do R&B style music. These more like sensual vibes that she's giving me. I know I said this in my All For You reaction, but I'm going to say it again. It gives me that Barbie vibe, more specifically Life Size with Tyra Banks and Lindsay Lohan, like a black Barbie, okay, vibes. It just gives me that atmosphere vibes, okay? And sometimes, you know, Barbie, she's an island Barbie, but sometimes Barbie gets serious. I want you, okay, bitch, and I need you. Okay, very forward, very heartfelt. I absolutely love that so much. But let's keep going. The next song is called You Like You Don't Love Me. This is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. But I got it. That was absolutely beautiful. So I'm taking it as the second half of the album will be slowed down, okay? Bring it in. But honestly, the stuff that she was saying in that song was just kind of wildly out of pocket. From time to time, people do feel like this. They have a person, okay? They have a partner, but they want to be railed, okay? Like they want to be taken from the backbone all the way down to hell, okay? Like you don't love them, okay? Like this is some, like they stole something, you know? Like, fuck me, okay? That's literally what she was saying in the song, basically. And I love that about wanting to be railed and like go off, girl, okay? So it is slowed down, but it's still like freaky and like, you know, Janet Jackson. We're here, okay? Let's keep going. The next song is called Thinking About My Ex. Ooh.
I swear that I was straight with you, but now you caught feelings like I knew you would. My heart, when I'm holding you.
Oh my god. Yes.
And I know sorry doesn't mend your broken heart.
Bitch. Oh my god, this is good. Okay, I have a feeling that that's gonna be my favorite song. I'm just gonna call it right now. But as of right now, girl, that is to me the best song on this album for a few reasons. Okay, all the other songs on the album were bangers. Okay, bops, bops, bops. I'm obsessed with bops. Okay, like judge me. I don't give a fuck. But that was a bop, but it also had substance to it. It was a deeper sounding song, okay? No matter what she's doing, what you're doing, and she's sorry, but she's just thinking about her ex. This was the love of her life, girl, and you feel it. This album is giving me FOMO, fear of missing out, from the beginning, okay? I wanted to be on that island, you know, dancing with the girls, getting lit and shit. But now I'm getting the FOMO of like a relationship that I was never in, that I'm missing so much, and it's just like, oh my god. The production so far on this album, by the way, I'll talk about it more at the end of the video, but that production right there, sickening, okay? If somebody said, pull me an R&B song straight from the mid-2000s and give it to me, I would give them that, okay? It was perfect, okay? That was a perfect song. I'm obsessed. Her vocals also ate, and that's a main prime example of what I'm saying when Janet can gag the R&B girlies if she really wanted to. But she's more like a pop queen, okay, at the same time. But she's like versatile. That's what I love about her. But let's keep going. The next song is called Warmth. Oh, exactly. Oh my god, bitch. She's like sick. Oh my god. Girl. She's really giving a BJ to this microphone right now. Girl.
Now it's my turn.
Ooh, now it's her turn. Girl. Who do you know that can make a song about an actual blowjob sound that good? Okay, what in the world? Janet! What? I knew she was like twisted, okay? I knew she was like freaky. But girl, okay, like I know she has these songs where she literally moans. Or she literally had a song called Throb, and it's just, girl, what? I wasn't familiar with your work, Miss Nasty, Miss Damita. What the hell? That was a bop, though, okay? An absolute bop. It really keeps taking me to a place in the 2000s. I know I keep saying this, but it's also that FOMO. I'm so upset that I wasn't old enough or just aware enough to vibe to this. You know, I don't think my mom would have let me listen to this now that I'm thinking about it, because in 2005, I was, what, 6, 7? I was like 7 or 8, something like that. So this just wouldn't fly in my house at that time. But I just wish I could go back just for a day, you know, just to experience this at that time. I want to know where you guys were, Janet fans. Were you guys there listening to this? Was this like, you know, I just want to know the vibes. But that was a banger, a fucking bop. Okay. But let's keep going. The next song is called Moist. Whoa. So, Queen Freak. Okay, she is freak number one. I am absolutely obsessed. Okay, she is really giving it to me right now. First, we go from talking about a blowy, you know. Then she wants to get in on the action too, sucking on her with ice in your mouth. Girl, very descriptive. Love it so much. And, you know, if I was a straight man in the 2000s and I heard this, I would have full rock on. Okay? Janet Jackson is a baddie. Okay? First of all, she's a baddie. So this coming out of her mouth is just... when a baddie speaks like this and says what she wants and how she does it and shit, that's cute. Okay? That's absolutely a gag. For real. So I love this little sexual innuendo thing that we got going on here on this later part of the album. I'm obsessed. But let's keep going. The next song is called It All Comes Down to Love Interlude.
Truly,
It went out that song.
it all comes back to you.
Yeah.
Honestly, it all comes down to love. It all comes down to love. Unforgivably.
God.
It all comes back to you. It all comes down to love.
Okay, that was really cute. Okay, I love the separation and shit and how it flows into the next vibe that we're getting. That was really cute because the next song is called Truly. It all comes down to love. Truly. Gag, let's go. Okay. Girl. We're still in this freak era, I feel like. God, good. Oh my god. I love that little, I don't know what that was, but... Okay, that was a real cute love song, okay? Once again with that heartfelt feeling, almost FOMO, fear of missing out on a relationship that you were never in, vibe that I'm getting from her. She really be gagging me, okay? Because she really be giving me, like, banger bops, you know? Like, you and your girls vibes. But then she be giving me shit like this. And I just... Oh, my God. I love a good love song, okay? And I am truly in love with you. I want you. I need you. You are this person. I love the air around you. Oh my god, she really gets me, okay? She wrote this song for me, by the way. It's just, she never misses, okay? She's a perfect artist through and through, okay? And I love how the end of this album is just like, okay, at the beginning we were on the island, you know, partying it up, like, fuck our men, you know, like, we freaks out here type vibes. Then the other half is you go to your room by yourself, but you're on the island with your man, right? But you're drunk, you're in your feelings. I can't stop thinking about my ex, you know, vibes. And then it's like these lovey-dovey songs, like they made up, they were having a little fight, spit, spaff, whatever, and now they're vibing together in the room, okay, on this island. So that's the vibe it's giving me, okay? Beautiful love song. But let's keep going. The next song is called The One Interlude.
The confusion lifts. Is all we need. The one is the breath we breathe.
I love when she brings it back down to earth, okay, in these interludes. I feel like interludes are important on great albums like this one because you can really feel it, okay? It sets the tone, and not to mention that was beautiful, okay? The confusion lifts, the contradictions melt. You're left with the one. She's talking about the one, her love, the person that she loves, the air around them, her safe space, okay? And I just love that, okay? Even though it was like 30 seconds, whatever, however long it was, like I said, interludes are important, and it just ties everything together, and I absolutely love that. But let's keep going. The next song is called Slow Love. God. Oh. Girl. This might be the best laid out album ever. I love albums like this, you know. At the beginning it was very fast and, you know, boom, boom, boom vibes, you know. And then she slowed it down for us for a few tracks, and they were really good slowed down tracks, and she brought it back up for the very end of the album. Beautiful. I obviously I am obsessed with these songs, these high jumpy sounding songs, you know. It's just putting me in a good vibe, a good mood, you know. She still is a freaky. Damita Joe, girl, she don't be playing. Alright? So, in the point of our night on this island, okay, we were having fun, we went in our room, blah 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 with our man, whatever, blah blah blah. And now we made up. We're having, you know, a little fun, good time, sexy wise. And you come back out with your girls for a little bit, you know, like, I'm not done partying. And that's just exactly what that song placement was giving me. I'm obsessed with it. But let's keep going. The next song is called Country Interlude.
Jay, Joe, Dunk, Booty,
Alright.
Damita Joe.
Damita.
Isn't that like a country name, Damita Joe?
Yeah.
Well, my mother is from the South, so Damita Joe.
Alright. Once again, the interludes, they just hit every single time. And I feel like she was giving us, like, do you guys know this meme? I'm going to put it on the screen right now.
So basically, my grandmother wanted us all to switch from Catholic to Jehovah. You know, meanwhile, we're from Harlem. My father's doing coke. You know, my mother thinks she's Aunt Margaret. She's teasing the hair with a bottle of vodka. You know, so dysfunctional, cross-addicted family, still cooking pasta on Sundays.
That's exactly what that was giving me. God. But let's keep going. The last song on this album is called Just a Little While. Okay, this is fun. Okay, another absolute banger for the outro of this album. Girl, let's give it up. I have to give it up for Janet. This was a beautiful way to come back into my Janet Jackson era. That outro was a gag. It really solidified that fun 2000s vibe that I got throughout this entire album. And I think it was a perfect way to end this album in particular. Now let's get into my overall review, my top 5, and my rating of this album. So my overall review for Damita Joe would be, I could sum it up into like one statement, okay? Due to unfortunate circumstances, the birth of a certain person, we as a society, a culture, missed out on one of the best gay pop, gay R&B, just classic R&B projects of all time. I don't like Justin Timberlake. I'm sorry. He is, oh my God, he had us missing out on a lot of this shit. If you were there as like a Janet just figurehead, you know, how did you, it's so annoying. Like, it just pisses me off. I can't even get my words out. I truly think that this is one of her best albums, and I do think it's one of the best sounding albums to come out of the 2000s. Genuinely, I'll first listen, so I know when I listen back to it with headphones, I'm gonna be like so fucking gagged, okay? Like I said earlier in the video, I really think that Janet is great with adaptation of where the culture is at, you know? And I think this album is a perfect example of that because it just brings out that nostalgia inside of me. I don't know what it, I do know what it is. That was my childhood. I was like a baby. Now that I am kind of a little bit cultured, I guess, I'm like immersed into this culture of music and when things became and how they became. And Janet Jackson is a how to use it? What is like she is a branch, okay, to this iconic black women, iconic music artist, you know. There were plenty before her, but there always needs to be that one for a generation that was just iconic, legendary. Mother, Eat, you know, everything about it. And Janet Jackson is absolutely one of those. And this album right here, I just like, oh my God, she moves me. I'm sorry, she does. And this album right here just proves it to me. Because it's like, it's not really a serious album, okay? I also want to put that out there. It's not really it doesn't have too much depthness, okay? It's just a really fun, funky album, okay? So I don't think every album needs that depth to be a good album. This album is a perfect example of that. There's really not much depth that you can go into this album, but it does sound amazing. Amazeballs. Okay, so I get my rating from these albums by these 5 categories: vocals, production, consistency, writing, and the album cover itself. And the first category is vocals. If you haven't noticed, I'm obsessed with Janet Jackson's vocals. She really is an eater when it comes to this certain style of music. I love the gay pop. I love the R&B side of it all. So when it comes to her vocals, she is an eater. She's also a Jackson. So she just naturally sounds good to me personally. I'm going to give these vocals on this album a 9.5 out of 10. Okay, the next category is production. And this is another reason I feel so strongly for this album. The production on this album is absolutely beautiful. It's beautiful. Every little part of it is just, it's a gag for me. She's really feeding to my gay side. Okay, you know, I love all kinds of music, but when the music is this, girl, please. So I'm gonna give the production on this album a 10 because it really is that. I'm sorry, it really is good as fuck. Okay, the next category is the consistency. How well the album transitioned from each song to the next. 10. 10. Girl, 10. What? The album as a whole sounds like it's just such replay value. Okay, there's nothing else you can say about that. It is a fucking fantastic album through and through. Okay, it's a perfect album to listen to from absolute start to absolute finish. Okay, the next category is writing. Girl, okay, see, now this is where we took a little bit of a turn, and that's where that deepness or just what the album is about comes to play for me when it comes to the writing. And there wasn't really like nothing like, oh my god, you know, like, although the lyrics were good and like she was singing about, you know, just some nasty shit. I love that, but it's not nothing that, you know, I'm just gonna say, right now, I'm gonna give it a 7.5. Okay, I'm being real. I came back. I'm brutal a little bit. So 7.5 out of 10 for the writing, but it still is very solid in even all the other categories. Okay, the last category is the album cover. Janet, to me, always serves a great album cover, and it fits the vibe, the theme of the album. And this one is no exception. Okay, this is a gag. She's eating, the body is bodying, the face is facing, the hair is hairing. She is giving me mother. She's giving me all of it. Okay? I love the white on the album cover. It's very clean, and the font that she used for Damita Joe is beautiful. Okay? One thing that's like just eating me up is kind of her name is just a different font. But I see the aesthetic, but it's like just pulling me back a little bit. But nonetheless, this is still a great, absolute great album cover. And I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10. Okay. And if you add up all the categories and divide them by 5, you get a total score of 9.3 out of 10. To me, that's a great album. It is. It really is. And when I rank her albums later in the era, this is going to be up there. This is one of my favorites. I'm really going to be so honest. And I don't see it under a 9. Okay, a 9.3 is perfect for this album, in my opinion. Okay, now my top 5 from Damita Joe is My Baby featuring Kanye West, Island Life, R&B Junkie, Thinking About My Ex, and Slow Love. These are the 5 songs that absolutely stood out to me. And no specific order, you know. So I would love to know the 5 songs that stood out to you. What is your favorite part of this album? What does this album make you feel? Where are we going with the next album? I guess. And with that being said, next week we are doing 20 Years Old, or 20YO, from 2006. Cannot wait. Absolutely cannot wait for that. And I guess that's where we're going to go next week. Let me know your guys' thoughts and everything that you have to add to my thoughts. And I guess that's it. Make sure you like and subscribe. Come back next week. Bye, motherfuckers.